We're done. All right, hi everybody. We're on the side of the Fox 8 building here, and every week, every other week, depending upon the schedule, we have AJ Petiti joining us. AJ, always a pleasure.
All right, Scott.
All right, so before we get to our segment, let's get a quick garden update because we planted around the 15th of May, so we're almost a month in, which is kind of crazy to think. How's everything looking so far?
Things are beautiful. So you can kind of see everything staying clean. The weed barrier is doing its job. Just makes life so much easier. But you can see the eggplant, the tomatoes, the beans, the peppers. We've got little baby peppers. Even some of the Hungarian hot wax are ready to actually do some harvesting. But tomatoes, we've got some baby tomatoes on there.
Right.
We saw the little eggplant.
Sure.
So things are going really well. You can kind of see the Brussels sprouts as well as we kind of fortified our position. You know, the gopher kind of scaled our walls.
Yeah, he kind of got in here a little bit.
A little bit. So didn't do too much damage. So we'll probably just going to end up replanting those.
Sure.
So and then go from there.
You know, we've been doing this segment, you and I, for years and years, and the one thing we've never talked about is how to make your garden more fragrant. We've talked about color, we've talked about size, but fragrant plants.
Yeah, and it's such a cool dimension.
It is.
Like, you know, you're sitting on your patio and you just, especially at dusk, you know, just kind of that evening air hits and those fragrant flowers right on your patio, it just makes everything just kind of really awesome. So just some of my favorites and some different classes. So obviously, you know, things I didn't bring this morning, roses are just obviously beautiful roses. There's so many different roses with different fragrances. Lilacs, same thing. A lot of the old-fashioned lilacs have a lot of different fragrances. These are some plants that you may not think about. So this is one actually you probably do think about, but it's still one of my favorites. It's lavender. There's a lot of different varieties of lavender. It's really fragrant. The flowers are fragrant, but the foliage, you can dry it, you can use it all different kinds of ways. It's something that's really spectacular and special. It's very hardy in Northeast Ohio. It does great. It's deer resistant. And actually that's one of the cool things about a lot of the fragrant flowers. They're very deer resistant. This is one that you wouldn't think about. So this is an iris. It's a variegated iris. And it smells like either orange soda or grape soda.
Neat.
It's a really cool fragrance. It blooms early in spring. So this guy already bloomed, but something great in the garden. You can get them established. You can cut them, bring them inside the house, enjoy them for a few days. Just something beautiful.
And you can let that go. Does that come back the next year?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
these are most of these are perennials. The lavender's a perennial, the iris is a perennial. This is butterfly bush. This is great for attracting pollinators. It has a beautiful fragrance to it. It does its job very well. So don't put it right by your patio because it will attract butterflies. It also attracts a lot of bees, but you want to be careful with that. This is a citrus plant, so this is actually a lime, but lemon, lime, grapefruit, orange, all the citrus plants, they'll do beautifully on your patio all summer long. You can bring them inside. These things are so fragrant. They smell beautiful. They almost smell like a jasmine or like a gardenia kind of smell, just a little bit less intense, but spectacular. And then obviously, I didn't bring them, but jasmine and gardenia are also two very great, you know, wonderful plants for fragrance. This is a lantana, so this is got kind of an anisey kind of smell to it. It's got the foliage and the flowers. Also very, very deer resistant. And they bloom pretty much all summer long. So many different plants, so many different things you can do with fragrance. So
AJ, it's always a pleasure.
Thanks,
Good
Scott.
stuff. Kenny, back to you.